Lights, camera, action. Alright, what's going on? Another episode of Anime Say. We're your hosts. My name is... We record. Alright. Welcome to another episode of Anime Say. We're your hosts. Damn it. Stop laughing at me, I see you. Alright, welcome to another episode of Anime Say. We're your three hosts.
Adrian.
Sean P.
Cavadas.
Ready to give you, the updates on different anime shows, manga, manhwas, all the different good stuff that's, going on right now. So what's today's topic?
Topics?
Topics? Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that anime I was telling you guys about last week called Spirit Pact?
Yeah.
Yeah, about I don't recommend it if you were...
Oh, damn.
You were like on the fence. You're like...
Yeah, I remember you was on the fence. I'm like, please tell me it's good. Please tell me it's good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure in the future he'll be a strong main character, but if you're if you don't like Yuri on Ice, you won't like this.
Oh. It's another area. Oh.
But it's not as bad as Yuri on Ice. All right, so
for me, it's not new. It's what I was told to watch from last episode, which was the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yes.
So I watched it, and then I started reading it.
One at a time. I watched it. I'm like, damn, all episodes. Then I started reading. I'm like, damn, you already reading it? But yo, you never watched freaking 7 Deadly Sins? No. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You got Netflix on this?
I got Netflix over.
Man. They like
Spoiler.
introduce the power levels.
Yeah, and you saw how Gother had it the whole time, and he just didn't share.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's spoiler, power level. So basically, now is a big spoiler alert,
Yeah.
All the sins have a power level of 3,000 or above.
Yeah, 3,000. The highest, I think, is 4,000.
As Merlin,
Yeah.
busted. But the commandments coming in, they're not at full power because the seal took away like almost all their magic, and they're already, I guess the lion one we could say is currently the weakest. I think
The which one?
the lion commandment, is he the weakest?
The lion commander?
Yeah, like if you lie to him, is he the
His
weakest?
name is what's his name? Garin?
Something.
His name is
Can't remember
Garin.
it.
But
he came in at like 26K.
He said, I don't want to spoil anything for you, man, but like
He came in at 26,000.
26,000.
So and above is what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So all these characters, 7 Deadly Sins, in first season, they seemed like they were so overpowerful because everybody who they fight, they fuck their shits up. But then these new enemies came, and just one of them have like more power than all of them combined, and home fucks their shit up. Like, oh yeah,
I saw the fight.
Man,
Yo, I felt bad for Merlin after that. I was like,
everybody caught it, man.
how mad were you when Merlin gave Meliodas his weapon? Just conveniently,
Really?
like,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Nah, I think I been knew that she had it. I'm trying to remember correctly, but I remember, because remember, I've been reading it from the day one. So anytime I'm waiting and impatient for a new episode, I go back and read, and I always catch things I missed. I remember he knew that Merlin had his weapon.
He knew Merlin took something from him.
Yeah.
But he had said he sold his weapon to get the money, to get the
Actually, he
bar.
did something different. Merlin took something from him. Yes, I'm not going to spoil that for you. But, he did sell his weapon, but Merlin, her sin is gluttony, so she always collecting and grabbing things even if she don't need it. That's why she had the sword, because she came across it. She have a lot of their their weapons, but they don't know.
They don't. I believe that makes total sense.
Yeah,
like,
that's her sin. Like that's the only thing I've seen. Like everybody have a sin that really holds them down. Like Bon is real greedy, so you really want to be with the one that he loved. You don't give a fuck if she's dead.
You don't care if you have to kill anybody else.
Yeah, even his best friend. It's just like he want her. That's his thing, greed. Diane envious because she always want Meliodas and da-da-da. That was her sin. The only thing wrong I see that brings Merlin down is the fact that she just always, it's not really bring her down, but she just always like collecting items. Like that's the one thing it showed in her personality, that she always taking shit. Now let me ask you this serious question that has been bugging me. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite.
That's the one thing I give this anime props for. It's very hard to pick a favorite character.
It is.
Out of the 7 deadly sins, even the side characters.
So as much as
He's thinking about it still, see?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. All of them are badass. Well, except for Merlin, because she barely, like, does
She
anything.
hasn't done nothing.
See, I like that, too. Like, the fact that all of the 7 deadly sins, all of them are different things. Like, one is a fairy, one is a demon, one is, Elban is human, but he's immortal. Like, you know, they all have, like, their different race with traits. That's one thing I like about it. And it's hard to find a good main character. Like, I think the same thing. I like Gunther because he's so, like, there's so much to him. It's like, you want to find out more about him. And then King was my favorite character for the longest because Home was, at the beginning of season 1, he was the strongest one. Like, the fact that without his weapon, he was just weak as hell. He couldn't throw a punch. I love that. I love that duality to it. It's really good, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
I was waiting for the eye to open up when he said that. Yeah, I told you. It just gets so much better from there.
Yeah.
It's going to get really, man.
I really want the second season now.
Yeah.
Like,
What, 2 weeks?
So the question is, can you wait for the second season in only 2 weeks? Or are you just going to keep reading?
I think I can wait the 2 weeks.
Okay. See, if it was 2 months, it would have been a
Yeah,
different
2 months,
story.
it's a wrap.
All right. The new things I watch, a Jin on Netflix. I remember you told me give it a chance, and yes,
It
it is awesome. Like, man, the main bad guy is probably one of my favorite characters,
Yeah.
favorite villains ever. Like, man, he was just a badass. Like, cause everybody, like, if you find out that you can't die, what would you do? Like, most people they do like, oh, I'm scared, I'm just gonna be afraid and shake and hide.
Yeah.
Like, you immortal. Like, if you don't go crazy with that power. It's like the main evil guy, he realized that. And he said, you know what? Because I'm guessing, probably I missed it, but he had like military experience. Like I guess he used to be a soldier or something.
You finished both the seasons?
Seasons,
or?
yeah.
Yeah, so they showed him
At the very
back
end.
at the very end. They showed him back in I think before he found out he had the power, or like he just found out. And he was in the military ship or helicopter with them.
And wasn't that the American helicopter? Wasn't it Americans was the one who first took that?
Took Najin, yeah.
So he was an American soldier?
Yeah, he had to have been an American soldier.
That's what I figured. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. But yeah, that show, that guy, like, I respect him, man. Saito?
Or no,
I think it's Saito?
Yeah, Saito.
I can't remember, but man, every
Had
time
to be Saito.
everybody feared Holmes. He was like, man, the worst terrorist ever. Imagine a suicide bomber that can't die. That's all I need to say.
And he still was able to instill fear in immortal people.
Yeah, like, man, even people that was immortal was terrified of him. I'm like, why? He can't die. Like, what's the
Well,
worst?
if you think about that,
Yeah, like
his
when he
threat,
said that,
you were like,
the threat that he said scared me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he said like, yeah, you can't die even if
he's like, you can't
no
die,
matter
you'll
what.
regenerate from
But
the smallest.
what he said he's threatening to do what he said. What I'm going to do to you, I'm going to cut off your head and make your head watch your other new head regrow.
So is that really you, or is that a different person?
I was like, yo, that is creepy as hell. And it showed like in the dude mind him thinking about it. He just thought like his head just severed, just looking at the other head, and
As
the
his
eyes
new
just
head's
looking at
watching
each other.
him.
I'm like, yo, that is creepy as hell. That's like you being cloned right in front of your eyes, and you're like, man. I was like, yeah, that is creepy. That was a tough man. I'm like, yo, if I was immortal, I wouldn't want that shit to happen to me. That was scary. That would terrify me. But yeah. Damn. Yeah, you thinking about it like, yeah, damn.
The more you think about it, the more you're like,
Yeah. I said that didn't run a chill down my spine. I was like, ooh, man, I would say that's not even a terrible way to go because technically you're still alive, but
yeah.
zoom in my eye when I say that.
So would the body grow from the head?
Like,
No, the new head grows from the body
What
because
happened
you
to the last
regrow
head?
from your biggest chunk. It disappears.
Oh.
It gets disintegrated. So as your new one's going, you're slowly disintegrating.
Oh wow. Would you feel that?
That's the thing. Would you? Do you not?
Yeah. That's how he threatened the dude, and the dude was like this. At first he was brave, like, huh, I can't die. Next thing he said that, he was like, yeah, fuck that. Like, I'm good. I like the main character because he's how the best way to put this. He's an asshole because he thinks very logically, like extremely logically. Like if something don't benefit him, he don't fuck with it. Like a lot. Like even to a extent when you think like, is this motherfucker crazy? Like no, actually that makes sense. Like you have to think about it, like yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Yeah, and he don't have he will let people die. He have a very complex nature. That's what I like about the main character because you just keep on thinking about like what would he do in this situation. So that's what I do like about it. I was afraid that he would be like another Shinji from Evangelion. Just like no, I don't want to do anything.
He's the opposite of
that.
He's like I have a plan in a plan.
Yeah, you have a plan on top of a plan. He's very strategical. That's how his personality is, but because of that, he don't get along with people and
he thinks little of everyone.
Yeah, because he have like no compassion because he thinks
logically.
Yeah, very logically. He's like a robot in a way.